I got here early Saturday morning. We left Friday back home. We got here early Saturday morning, and then we'll quarantine for the 48 hours. But the process has been good. You know, now we're obviously doing a lot of media. We're out and about. Well, you know, we're all allowed to roll around in the safe zone. So it's been pretty good. It's been a busy schedule, but you know, the process has been good. Everyone over here is doing their job well and making it easier for us fighters and for everyone else. It's going to be a good fight, but you know, I think Usman's going to be hard to beat, especially on a full camp. Masvidal does have some wicked takedown defense. I still think, you know, a lot of people obviously know him for his striking, but he does do a fair bit of wrestling, and yeah, he digs the wrestling too. So I'm sure he can maybe stop a few takedowns, but you know, Usman's pressure and just being in his face, I think it just might be a bit too much, especially with a full camp. The UFC never bring anyone but Max Holloway. So Max is telling everyone that I was asking for the fight, but that was just what the UFC were asking for. At the end of the day, you know, if that was the fight that they were going to push on me and there was no clear number one contenders, that was it. It ended up being the fight I wanted anyway. Again, for the biggest fight in my division is Max. There's no clear number one contenders. So, you know, a rematch against Max, people, yeah, obviously he's still in his prime. You take out one of the greatest of all time, you know, a lot of people throwing his name out there as a GOAT. And to take him out back to back, you know, that's saying something. You know what I mean? For your profile, for the division. And right now that's the biggest fight for me. And this is a fight that needs to happen. And, you know, that's why I eventually was, you know what, let's just do this. Let's, you know, even though my team were, should we do this rematch, you know, is there any point? You clearly won the last fight. But again, there was no number one contenders, and I just thought for me and my profile and the division, this was the biggest fight. Man, like, you need that contact training. You need it. You know what I mean? Even me having I had 6 weeks contact training, and then you didn't have contact training before that. You know, went out of my way, or my team went out of their way to get an exemption to make that happen. Went through the government, and they got an exemption so we could do contact training, because it's important. There's keeping fit. Oh, don't get me wrong, I was keeping fit and I was staying strong, but to say that I am fight fit and ready to fight for a title, you know, it's just ridiculous. And I'm sure he wouldn't put himself in that position. You know what I mean? He wants to take that belt. I'm sure he wants that belt back. And him having a camp without any training partners, that just doesn't make sense. And if that is the case, maybe he doesn't really care. Maybe he's fighting for the money. I don't know what it is. Maybe he doesn't really care about this division anymore. I don't know. If that's the case, I really don't think he's committed to this fight like he should be. You know what I mean? And I hope he had a full camp, because I'll beat him. I believe I beat him. Well, I did beat him on his best day, and I believe I'll do that this camp too. And if he is underprepared, man, I truly do believe I'll be putting a beating on him. You know what I mean? And again, that's just the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not being disrespectful, but if you come into this fight underprepared, you're going to make that night very hard for you. I'm the champ. I beat him. You know what I mean? I know I'm the champ, but that doesn't mean I ain't going to find ways to keep myself motivated. You know what I mean? I still got something to prove, because there's still people that doubt me. And I know there's not many of them. I know there's a majority of people know I won that last fight, know I will do it again. But there's still a lot of people that think Max can take that away from me. I want to leave no doubt in anyone's mind. That's the type of champion I am. To be the best, you've got to beat the best. And there's still some people that think Max might be the best. And he's not, and I get to prove that this weekend. So that's why, you know, he can say what he wants. But, you know, me, I'm a realist. Again, like, you know what I mean? That's just who I am. I'll find ways to keep motivated, and this is who I am. This is the biggest fight for me, and that's why I want it. I'm the champ, but I'm still going to look for the biggest fights in my division and the most competitive fights. You know, if people think that this is a guy that's going to beat me, I'm going to want to fight them. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be calling them out. There's something different about it, the way he is. I don't know what it is. Again, like, man, I don't hate the guy. I got respect for the guy, and you could see clearly after my fight, I was saying he was a great champion, and I want to be a great champion too. And you know, that's how I know Max Holloway. And to see him say these things and act like the way he's acting, you know, it's quite surprising. It just doesn't suit him. It's not how he should be going about it. I think he you know, again, it's just, I don't know. I don't know why he's taking it that way. Again, I'm blown away by it, but at the same time, it makes me want to put a bit more of a beating on him as well. So, you know, I think it's again, I can use this as fuel. You know what I mean? He's saying the wrong things and whatever. You know what I mean? Like again, it is odd. I don't know where he's going with all these weird narratives. You know what I mean? Like the leg kicks weren't working. He was saying that the commentary was biased for me. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Acting like I'm a karate point puncher when he's known for his, volume punching, pitter patter. You know, you had the commentary talking about how I'm looking to throw power shots and finish the fight. Am I going to be able to keep this pace up and keep this power up? Am I going to gas because I'm throwing everything into my punches? So you get what I mean? Like it's just crazy where he's going with everything. You know, some people are believing it. Maybe he's just playing the game. He's playing the game and he wants people to believe him and you know, and again, a lot of people got a lot of time to believe that, especially in this pandemic. But, you know, I don't know where he's going with it. It doesn't suit him. I hope he's okay, to be honest. Again, I don't hate the guy, but, you know, he's going to make this win even easier for me the way he's going about it. Whoever's that number one contender, whoever's name everyone is shouting. You know what I mean? So it depends. There's some big fights in our division. Our division's stacked, and we've got all the guys that are pretty much in the same position about to fight each other. Whoever wins in the best fashion or most you know, dominant fashion, I'm sure everyone's going to be screaming their name. And that's who I want. Like I said, I want these guys that everyone, you know, thinks can take me out. You know what I mean? If you want to be the greatest of all time in your division, this is what you need to do. And this is how it should be done. You know what I mean? I believe in the ranking system, and I want them number one contenders. So whoever's next in line, whoever deserves that shot, can get it. Oh, Henry Cejudo, yeah. Look, my eye is on my division. You know, I want to defend my belt against number one contenders, and we've got a stacked division, and we've got a whole heap of contenders that are about to fight each other. So the rumors show that's who's fighting. You've got like Korean Zombie, you know, and Brian Ortega, and then Yair Rodriguez a bit, you know, Keita and Ige. So you've got all these guys fighting, and whoever has an impressive performance, they're going to be number one contender. And, you know, for Henry Cejudo to push in front of, cut the line in front of a number one contender, you know, there needs to be money involved, because I'm not into that. You know, as I've said from day one, you know, I don't want to put my division on hold. I want to fight the number one contenders. And for me to be GOAT of this division, you need to take out your number one contenders. So if someone's going to push him in front of the line, you know, we need to be compensated for that. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm a family man. That's just who I am. I take pride in that, you know what I mean? And I take pride in the person I am. You know, as I say, I'm not perfect, but, you know, I at least try to be. I at least try and have morals. You know, I try and stay disciplined. I try and do the right thing, you know what I mean? And, you know, and that's something I want to push on the new generation. You know, that's something I'm proud of, and that's something that there's a lot of UFC fighters that are like that. But, you know, we don't get portrayed like that. There's a lot of fighters that are some of the most respectful people I've ever met, and, you know, a lot of us get portrayed as thugs, as, you know what I mean? But we're not all like that. And I think this is really good for the UFC. I think this is really good for our sport, to really show a different side to us athletes. And, you know, this is something I'm proud of. And it's, you know, this is my brand. Again, you know, I'm not the type to, you know, talk trash on people. You know, maybe me and Max are having some words, but, you know, I'm just telling it how it is. But I'm not going to throw shade on someone for no reason. You know, that's just not who I am. You know, I'm a respectful guy, and you know, and I always will be, and you know, at least try and be. So you know, that's who I am. That's my brand, and our children's book just fits that perfectly. And again, I think it's huge for me. I think it's huge for the sport, and I think it's huge for us fighters. And I want people to see that, You know, we're not all thugs, and we have some really good people in this sport that you know, children can look up to.